Hello guys, hope you are doing well. So today I pick one of the most important topic in advanced JavaScript. Okay, so this is import and export. For example, if there is one JS file, okay, from that JS file, if you want to export some variables, some functions, some classes, anything, if you want to export some functions, some classes, whatever is there, that can be import from one file and also that can be export from one file and also that can be import in any other file. This is called the module import and module export. Okay. So this is very important topic for you. This question can be arises during interview process, so keep just like focus on this and how this is working, so you have some better understanding on that. So just I have created a file, export.js file. How that is working without, this is the module, actually ES6 module, and this module have to include inside some JSON. So if we are working on some ES6, so we have to include some module, some packet.json. But I am not doing that. I have taken an alternative for that. I have include that in the HTML itself. You can see here, I have imported this import.json, JS file, and also you have to write type module, because this is something the module import and export. So the alternate is that you need not to add in the JSON this type module. Okay, you need not to just like install the npm package, node module package here. So the main motto of this is just like how to import something and how to export something. Okay, so I have created a simple HTML file, in which in this file I have added this script import.js. Why import.js? Here I am importing and I have to see the output here itself. And the export, when we go to this file, you can see here itself the export.js is there. It means the primary file is export, where we export the variables. For example, I am exporting x as a variable. So what I have to do in that case, you can write here itself export let x is equals to 102. So this is the file where, this is the file or module where we are exporting our variables. So when I am exporting, so there should be any import file also, because something when I am pushing here, that can be catch in some other file. So push, just like push some variable, okay, send some variable from this file and also accept these variable in this file. So I have written, you can take any name. I have written export.js just for the convenience, for export.js, where variables are exported, and inside the import.js we collect the variable, we receive the variables. So I export let x is equals to 102. So I am importing this x. Okay, so you need to export here. This is the syntax to import that here. I am importing this. This import is a keyword, predefined keyword. From is predefined keyword, but this file name is as per your choice. So I am importing X. I exported this X here from here, and I am importing X here, and I am console this X value. So we will see how this can be work. I will go to the demo page. Right click of this console. You just see that this is 102 printed out here because I have exported this variable value from this file and import this variable, get this variable inside this file, this module, and I will print this variable. So you can see the print value is coming over here, 102. Okay. Similarly, you can export some function. Okay. And also you can import that function. Okay. And you can call this function like this. So what is written in the function? I have written this value would visible in import. Okay. So this return value should be imported here, and I call the function here. I define the function here. You can see I defined the function here and I call this function here. So whatever the value is returned from this function will be visible in this function call. So you can see also, you can see here, the value is printed out and this value is called inside this module, import function, import.js file module. Okay. So you can put some comma, export each values, something like this. And if anything export as default, for example, I just put it comment, export default. So this will not work. How this will work? Just like mention some variable, then export default X. Now we will receive this value here, but the syntax will differ. So the syntax, what syntax should be there? The curly braces should not be there when you are importing this. When you are exporting as default, so we are not use the object format. We are directly use like this because it is default. It is X is default here. So we can see the output and we can change the some value over 102 becomes 104. Then what happens? You can see here 104. So this is the kind of export as default. In the same line, you cannot export. I define this variable first, then I export this. Similar kind of things you can perform with function. Okay. So, and when there are multiple function declarations are there that are exported. So what happens? Just like this, if you have defined some functions like this and you want to export these functions, these are different kind of functions. So how you will export those? How you will import those? Sorry, we have to import those, na? So function one is here in front of you and function two is here in front of you. So will this work? We will check. You can see the requested module does not provide an export name function. So there is an error. Why this error came? Because we are exporting as default. In one file, you can see export like this. When multiple exports are there, and when we are receiving those with the curly braces, so this is the way. So I will print both inside this console. Export default means you are not getting that with the curly braces, so that will not work here. Now it is just like export. Simple exports is here. Two functions, three functions, more than functions you can export, and you can import like this with the comma separated and inside the object format. So you can see both the values are coming here. Okay. So these values you can see here. Now I will take a best example for you. I have created for you. So this is the directory. This is the draw folder I have created, and there is a HTML file where I import the shapes. What is the shape? The draw shape is a file, is a module where I have created a function cube which takes the value and return the cube of that value. I have created a variable. Its name is constant. It is the constant value. It will print the constant value. And there is an object. In this object, there are some values of this object, key value pair, and also a function is defined, draw as a function defined in this object. So for this and for this, I have exported once export cube method, foo as in constant variable, and graph as an object. So you can see from one export we are exporting these kind of things. And again, when we are exporting this module, then we have to import, we have to use. So we can use either we can use foo, or either we can use graph, or we can use all these three in the import file. You can see draw shape.js I have written here. Means it is coming from here. When we are export is the keyword. So here import is the keyword. We are importing this file. And as per our need, we are importing those variables, object, methods, everything. So what it means here, I am just getting the option values attribute here. So graph dot options I have taken. So graph dot draw method I have taken. So in console, I have printed it out, and I just go with this Java HTML file and see inside this console. You can see this message is printing here. The value. Second is what? Second is the cube value. Cube value of 3 becomes 27. You can see here. And the third one, you can see we are manipulating, we are make calculation, we are calling out in other files. Okay, foo is the default, just like a constant whose value is coming math.pi. Okay, pi value and math dot square root. So square root and both, when we are adding those, so the result is coming in, a result is calling here foo. Okay, so directly you can see the result over here, 4.55 something. So this is the these are the explanation about the import export modules, how we are import export. And for your if you want to practice, so you can practice like this. I am importing only which file we have to show here. Import.js I have written in the HTML file, and you have to, it is very important, you have to type this type module. Beside this you will not run. You can check if I omit this, if I remove this keyword, remove this tag. So what happens? You can see the result is in front of you. Syntax error, cannot use module statement outside a module. So this is very important. You can make a practice like this. Export some of the functions, object, and everything, and import there. You can possibly import those. Export particular, just like default value, import that and check it is coming or not. Okay, so this is very important. You can just make a practice on that. And if you like video, then you can like and subscribe so that I can and also press the bell icon so that you can get new videos from me. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you very much.